Your pillow's cold on the other side, where you used to lay your head. The moonlight falls across the sheets, but you're not here instead. Your perfume lingers in the air, like a memory I can't forget. I close my eyes to fall asleep, but I'm not over you yet. The night keeps whispering your name, like love and loss are just the same. Now I'm a ghost in my own bed, haunted by the words you said. Your shadow dancing in my head. Even though you're gone, I reach for you in the dark tonight, but all I find is empty light. I'm living where our love once bled, just a ghost in my own bed. Your sweater's hanging by the door, like you might walk back through. I keep the lights on late at night, pretending I'm with you. Every dream still feels the same, like you're only steps away. But morning always breaks the spell and steals you with the day. I thought love never truly dies, but maybe it just hides. Now I'm a ghost in my own bed, haunted by the words you said. Your shadow dancing in my head. Even though you're gone, I reach for you in the dark tonight, but all I find is empty light. I'm living where our love once bled, just a ghost in my own head. If I could turn the night around, I'd chase your footsteps through this town, just to hear you say my name and make this lonely heart the same. But echoes fade and dreams grow thin, and I'm alone again. Now I'm a ghost in my own bed. Every tear I slowly shed falls where all our dreams once spread. Before they disappeared, I call your name into the night. Its silence answers every time. I'm living with the love that fled, just a ghost in my own bed. So if you ever think of me when the night's hanging overhead, remember someone's missing you, a ghost in their own bed. The night still knows your name somehow. It whispers through the broken sound. Your picture fading on the wall, but I still feel you in it all. The clock keeps ticking like before, but time don't heal me anymore. Your shadow dancing in the light, then disappearing with the night. I try to close the door on us, but memories won't let me go. Now I'm standing the silence where your laughter used to fall. Every step I take is haunted by the echoes in this empty hall. Your voice is just a memory, like a ghost against the wall. I'm still calling out your name to the echoes in this empty hall. Your coffee cup still on the shelf. I can't bring myself to move it yet. The air still carries what we were, a love that time could not preserve. I walk the rooms we used to share, but you're not waiting anywhere. Just empty spaces where you stood, and broken dreams that once were good. I try to learn to live again, but every road leads back to you. Now I'm standing in the silence where your laughter used to fall. Every step I take is haunted by the echoes in this empty hall. Your voice is just a memory, like a ghost against the wall. I'm still calling out your name to the echoes in this empty hall. If love could bring you back tonight, I'd wait 1,000 lonely years. But all I hear is quiet now and drowning in my tears. Now I'm lost inside the silence where your shadow used to call. Every dream we built together just echoes in this empty hall. Your voice fades in the distance like a whisper down the hall, and I'm left here with forever and the echoes in this empty hall. So if you hear me somewhere beyond the rise and fall, know I'm still loving you through the echoes in this empty hall. I'm tracing the outlines of things you once swore, like the I'll never leave you left pinned to the door. Your words were like velvet, so soft to the touch. I traded my world 'cause I loved you too much. But words without weight are just feathers in flight, and I'm the one falling through the floorboards tonight. Now I'm drowning in a sea of empty promises, building a home out of some days. And if only you sold me a heaven that you never owned, and left me to starve on the seas that you sowed. Every forever was just a beautiful lie, a hollow I love you that was born to die. Hollow I love you. The jewelry box sits like a grave on the shelf. I'm learning to sleep in this bed by myself. You promised me castles, you promised me gold, but the story is over before it was told. I'm reading our text like a script for a play, when a hero gets bored and just wanders away. Now I'm drowning in a sea of empty promises, building a home out of some days. And if only you sold me a heaven that you never owned, and left me to storm on the seas that you sold. I prayed forever was just a beautiful lie, a hollow I love you that was born to die. You painted the future in colors so bright, and took all the brushes and turned out the light. It's not just my image that tears me in two, it's the ghost of the person I thought, but I knew. Just words in the wind, echoes of what might have been, empty promises, empty rooms, empty like me. The sky was crying when you walked away, like you knew the words we couldn't say. Your shadow fading down the lane, leaving footprints in the rain. The wind kept whispering your name, through every tear I tried to tame. But every step you took from me felt like the end of everything. I washed off forever, washed away in the storm of yesterday. Now I'm chasing footprints in the rain, hoping they might lead you back again. Every door keeps calling out your name, but love don't feel the same. We were fired in a summer flame, now we're ashes in a storm of pain. And every step you left behind still walks across my mind. Still walks across my mind. Your laughter echoes down the street, like a ghost I'm bound to meet. The cafe where we used to stay feels colder in the gray. I tried to hide from what we were, but every storm just brings you here. Your memory falls like pouring skies from broken clouds inside my eyes. If love could follow where you went, maybe we'd not be strangers yet. Now I'm chasing footprints in the rain, hoping they might lead you back again. Every drop keeps calling out your name, but love don't feel the same. We were fired in a summer flame, now we're ashes in a storm of pain. And every step you left behind still walks across my Your love was sunshine once to me, now just a fading melody. We were everything the world could need, two hearts dancing wild and free. Now all that's left of you and me are footprints in the rain. And as the storm begins to fade, your footsteps slowly wash away. But some forgive inside my pain. I still remember the rain. Your coffee's cold beside the sink, the toast you made still on the plate. We used to laugh at little things, now silence sits here in your place. Your jacket's hanging by the door, like you might walk back in again. But footsteps never reach the floor, just memories where you have been. We planned tomorrow every night, but morning came without you here. Now all that's left are half-eaten dreams on a table meant for two, little plans and midnight promises I thought were always true. We started stories we never finished, pages scattered in between, and every bite of love we had turned into half-eaten dreams. Your favorite song still plays out loud, but it don't sound the same to me. Every note just brings you back to who we used to be. I tried to throw your letters out, but every line still feels alive, like broken pieces of a heart that's barely learning how to survive. We built a future in our minds, but love got lost along the way. Now all that's left are half-eaten dreams on a table meant for two, little plans and midnight promises I thought were always true. We started stories we never finished, pages scattered in between, and every bite of love we had turned into half-eaten dreams. Maybe somewhere you still remember laughter filled the air. Maybe somewhere you'll still feel the love we used to share. But here the nights are cold and long, and hope is harder than it seems. Now all that's left are half-eaten dreams, a life we never got to live. All the love I tried to hold, and all the more I had to give. We were a story left unfinished, like a song that lost its beat. That every piece of what we were still tastes like half-eaten dreams. So clear the table slowly tonight, where your empty chair still leans, and try to learn to live somehow with these half-eaten dreams. I heard your name on the radio tonight. Someone said it and it didn't feel right. Like a ghost walking back through the door. The sound my heart remembers more. We were fire in a summer sky, burning dreams we thought would never die. Now all that love we used to show is just a name I used to know. Stranger passing on the street, but my heart still skips a beat. Now you're just a name I used to know, a faded light, a distant glow, a story time refused to keep, a promise buried far too deep. We were everything once upon a day, but love slowly slipped away. Just a name I used to know. Your photograph still lives in drawers, like echoes trapped behind closed doors. I try to laugh, I try to move on, but some memories stay too strong. Every song still sounds like you, every sky still holds our blue, but time keeps telling me it's so. You're just a name I used to know. I thought forever meant forever, but forever didn't last. Now you're just a name I used to know, a faded light, a distant glow, a story time refused to keep, a promise buried far too deep. We were everything once upon a day, but love slowly slipped away. Now where my whole world used to grow is just a name I used to know. Maybe somewhere you remember me in a quiet corner of your dreams. Maybe once you say my name and feel a little of the same, but the truth hurts more than letting go. Love turned into a shadow. Now you're just a name I used to know, a silent line in a tale of woe, a broken piece of yesterday that time could never wash away. We were everything once upon a day, but hearts can only bend so slow. And all that love we used to show is just a name I used to know. So someday our paths cross again. I smile like we're only friends, but deep inside my heart we know. So someday our paths cross again. Just a name I used to know. We wrote forever on a napkin in July, with cheap red wine and reckless eyes. You traced the heart beside my name, said love like ours would never change. But ink can fade and paper tears, and truth gets lost between the years. I kept the pieces, every line, while you just left it all behind. I held on tighter than I should, believing every word you wrote. Your paper-thin promises folded in the wind, like letters never meant to last, or stories never meant to end. You said forever easily, like it was nothing to defend. Now all that's left of you and me are paper-thin promises. Your handwriting still haunts my drawer. 1,000 dreams we wrote before, 1,000 plans that never grew, 1,000 lies I thought were true. The edge is worn from holding on to something fragile all along. I try to say what we once knew, but paper hearts can't make it through. Some words were never built to stay, they only live until they break. Your paper-thin promises folded in the wind, like letters never meant to last, or stories never meant to end. You said forever easily, like it was nothing to defend. Now all that's left of you and me are paper-thin promises. Maybe love was just a page in a story meant to fade. Maybe we were just a line when words are left behind. If I could turn the page tonight, I used to rewrite you in my life. Your paper-thin promises drifting through my hands, like ashes of a burning dream I never meant to understand. You said forever easily, but forever never came. Now all that's left are you and me. Here's a heart that bears your name, and every word you ever said feels lighter than the wind. Just paper-thin promises that never should have been. So I'll fold this memory away, like the letter you'll never mend, and try to live another day without your paper-thin promises. I found your sweater in the back of my room. Still smells like rain on a night in June. We were laughing under streetlight skies. Never thought love could learn to die. Your pictures fading in my hands, like promises drawn in the sand. I try to hold with time, let go, but some hearts break too slow. If I could turn the clock around, before the silence, before the sound, I'd start again from the beginning. Before the tears, before the bending, before the words we didn't need, before love fell in between. I'd hold you closer than I did house still echoes with your laugh, like a song from a broken past. Every room knows where you stood, where loving you once felt so good. I read the letters that we wrote, every line like a sinking boat. We promised always back then, but forever forgot how to stand. If love could hear me through the pain, maybe you'd come back again. I'd start again from the beginning, before the tears, before the bending, before the words we didn't need, before love fell in between. I'd hold you closer than I did then, change every wrong we lived within. If time could give my heart one chance, I'd be rewriting our ending. Maybe we were just too young, maybe goodbye came to a start, or maybe love was always meant to fade beneath another moon. But if your heart still feels the same, say my name. Let's start again from the beginning, before the nights that kept us spinning, before the silence filled the room, before love turned into wound. I'd fight for every breath of ours, before our dreams turned into dust. If fate would give our hearts one chance, we'd be rewriting our If our story's really through, just know the best part was loving you. Even if time won't let us mend, I'll still dream of rewriting our ending. Sunlight falls through the curtain slow, just like it did not long ago. Your coffee cup still warms the air, but you're not sitting in that chair. The radio plays our favorite song, but somehow now it sounds all wrong. A quiet house, a broken scene, where love once lived between. Sunday used to feel like home, now it only feels alone. In the shores of a Sunday morning, I see the pieces of goodbye. Every memory still burning, like a tear I cannot cry. We were laughter in the daylight, we were hope I used to hold. Now our love lies on the floor, like glass that can't be whole. Your sweater's folded on the bed, still holding words we never said. The air is heavy with your name, but nothing here feels quite the same. I walk the kitchen where we'd stand, your fingers wrapped inside my hand. Now silence pours into the room, like shadows in the noon. I thought love would always stay, but Sunday took you away. In the shores of a Sunday morning, you see the pieces of goodbye. standing in the hallway where the echoes used to dance, looking at the dusty space we used to call our chance. The calendar is frozen on the day you walked away, and I'm still trapped in shadows of a blue and lonely gray. You were the air I breathed, the rhythm in my chest. Now I'm just a hollow shell, failing every test. And it feels like the end of forever tonight, watching the stars lose their shimmer and light. We built a kingdom on shifting sand. Now I'm just reaching for a ghost of your hand. The always we promised is a debt I can't pay. I'm watching forever just crumble away. The coffee's getting cold again. I made enough for two. Old habits are the hardest chains when they're forged in thoughts of you. I see your keys upon the hook, your jacket on the door, but the us that lived inside these walls doesn't live here anymore. Every plan we ever made is a map to nowhere now. I'm trying to remember how to live, but I'm forgetting how. And it feels like the end of forever tonight, watching the stars lose their shimmer and light. We built a kingdom on shifting sand. Now I'm just reaching for a ghost of your hand. The always we promised is a debt I can't pay. I'm watching forever just crumble away. Is there a place where the broken things go, where the happily ever afters aren't just the song? Staring at the clock, but the hands won't move. I got everything to lose and nothing left to prove. The end of forever. It happened so fast. A love built for lifetimes that wasn't meant to last. Just a quiet goodbye in the dark. The end of forever. The sky is bleeding amber on the porch where we once sat. I'm staring at your empty chair, and the silence echoes back. You said that we were etched in stone, a promise made in gold, but shadows lengthen on the lawn, and the air is turning cold. I'm holding on to ghosts of us, the way you used to laugh. Now I'm just a broken soul, torn in two, cut in half. And it's the last sunset I watch without your hand in mine. The colors fade to shades of gray, we've run out of time. I'm reaching for the fading light. I start a brand new life where you have never been? The sun is sinking down tonight, buried in the flame, and all that's left is the cooling wind whispering your name. I've memorized the map of you, the lines upon your palm. You were the center of my world, my quiet and my calm. Now the horizon's burning out, a final fierce goodbye. I am searching for a reason why, in this bruised and hollow sky. Every photograph is heavy now, every memory is a weight. I'm standing at the finish line, but I'm a lifetime late. And it's the last sunset I watch without your hand in mine. The colors fade to shades of gray, we've run out of time. I'm reaching for the fading light, but the dark is closing in. How do I start a brand new life where you have never been? The sun is sinking down tonight, buried in the flame, and all that's left is the cooling wind whispering your They say that dawn is coming, that the stars will find their way, but I did 1,000 tomorrows just for one more yesterday. So provide a moment more to keep the night at bay, before the purple bruises turn to nothing more than gray. Streetlights flicker on, but the warmth is gone. Just a silhouette of what we were. Last sunset, last It's 2 a.m., your name lights up my phone, but it's just a memory I'm holding alone. Your number still saved like you never left, 1,000 words sitting in one last text. I type I miss you, then erase it again, like somehow silence might help me pretend that losing you is something I meant. But I'm still writing the text I've never sent. Every letter feels like goodbye, but I can't press send tonight. It's the last text I never sent, all the love I never meant to keep locked inside of my chest. Now it's breaking what is left. I wrote your name 100 times through blurry tears and midnight lines, but the truth is harder than regret. So it's the last text I never sent. still where my lock screen glows, a frozen smile from a life we chose. I scroll through messages from better days. We're forever lived in simple phrases. You said goodnight like the sun would rise, like we would never become goodbyes. Now every word is a monument to the last text I never sent. If I told you how much it hurts, would you read it or make it worse? It's the last text I never sent, all the love I never meant to keep locked inside my chest. Now it's breaking what is left. I wrote your name 100 times through blurry tears and midnight lines, but the truth is harder than regret. So it's the last text I never sent. Maybe somewhere you still care. Maybe you'd answer if you were there. But what if silence is what I get? And I know what I can't forget. So I hold these words inside my head, a conversation left unsaid. It's the last text I never sent, all the love and my regret. Every word I couldn't say still keeps you one heartbeat away. If courage came with no regret, maybe I would question yet, on until that moment's met. It's the last text I never sent. The screen goes dark, my tears still fall, your name's still waiting in it all. And somewhere in the quiet night I whisper the words I couldn't write. The house is too quiet, it's ringing in my ears, the loudest thing I've heard in all these lonely years. It isn't a crash, and it isn't a scream. It's the slow, steady tearing of a beautiful dream. I'm sitting on the floor where we used to be whole, feeling the winter seep into my soul. It's the sound of a breaking heart, and it's quiet as the snow, a heavy, hollow rhythm that won't let me go. It's the click of the deadbolt, the turn of the key, the sudden sharp silence where you became me. No thunder, no lightning, just a world torn apart. God, I never knew the deafening sound of a breaking heart. I'm listening to the clock as it bleeds out the time, waiting for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. It's the sound of your side of the bed staying cold, the rustle of a story that will never be for your call. The sound of the picture frame hitting the wall. It's the sound of a breaking heart, and as quiet as the snow, a heavy hollow rhythm that won't let me go. It's the click of the deadbolt, the turn of the key, the sudden sharp silence where you became me. No thunder, no lightning, just a world torn apart. God, I never knew the deafening sound of a breaking heart. If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around, does the pain of its falling make even a sound? Well, I'm standing right here in the wreckage we made, and the sound of the ending is the price that I paid. Just a crack in the glass, the ghost of a gasp, a whisper in the dark that pulls us apart. That's the sound, the lonely sound of a breaking heart. The room still holds the shape of you, like shadows pressed into the walls. Your voice once filled the empty air, now only quiet softly calls. Your chair still faces mine at night, but no one's there to understand how something once so full of life can slip away like grains of sand. We said forever without fear, but forever disappeared. Now I'm drowning in the quiet, in the words we couldn't say. Every second feels like falling through the memories that stayed. Your goodbye was never spoken, still it broke me all the same. Now my heart is slowly learning how loud silence can remain. This empty space you left behind feels heavier than stone. silence had a voice tonight. Would it tell me where you are? Whisper that the love we had was only written in the stars. But stars fade soon when morning comes, just like everything we knew. Now I'm drowning in it quiet, where your laughter used to live. Every breath is just a reminder